I think he's having a look at the bank shot. He is, and it's a wonderful shot, and it's a wonderful positional shot as well. So well played there from the younger of the two. Wanted a fuller contact there, didn't get one, and cue ball slides along the back rail.
That's clock, please.
And ball in hand for Team Italy.
Now.
And the way the balls are setting, you have to think it's going to be 1-0. Okay, the 8 and the 9 are in close proximity, but really that's a problem that should be solved. Fabio Petroni is a former world pool trick shot champion, so this little delicate blind cut back shouldn't pose any great headache for him. There it goes. It was all about the scratch, that first rack. Once Spain saw the in-off, I think their hearts sank. They knew what was going to happen. Italy have taken a 1-0 lead.
We can only see the edge of the one. I think that's what it is. I think he might be trying to play the 7.
Push.
Yeah,
Push
he's
out.
happy, so he's playing push.
It'll be your option.
So the incoming player always gets the option of playing the shot or passing it back.
Okay. You played the push, you play yes, sir.
That was a very useful bit of fortune for Spain there. Look at this. I think we can notch that down as the best fluke so far in the event.
I agree, but I think Italy would disagree. There was absolutely no value there in trying to pot the 3, because position on the 4 was nigh on impossible, and so locking up the Italians was definitely the correct thing to do.
Yeah, and hitting this 3 ball looks nigh on impossible as well. It's got a very small window.
Extension, please.
He's trying to play one rail with loads of right and spin and just go through that gap in between the 9 ball and the 4, the pink 4. Tell you what, it's a phenomenal hit, is that?
Hold on. Gentlemen,
Great
hold on.
shot.
Well, purely because of that, I think they deserve to win the rack. Pinpoint, and getting it safe as well.
All right, so wait a minute. One more time.
Yeah, all you can do is hit the ball sometimes and just hope it's your day, but I don't think anyone watching would begrudge him of getting a little bit of fortune there. That was a great hit.
Pushed and bang. Hold the clock, please. Hold on, let me get the clock out of my head. Right.
I think there's a problem here with the shot clock. So Rob Spencer, who's the marker, he's chatting away with
Okay,
the
it's a
referee
foul out
John
of turn.
Lehman to
Yes.
make sure everything is
Agreed?
hunky-dory. Of course, the other referee involved this week, Marcel
Ben,
Eckhart, is
can I
there as well.
get a replay of the last couple shots? Because
Yeah,
we think we're out of play.
watching.
We think we're out of turn. We just want to make sure.
What's happened is, well, they're talking about playing out a turn.
Yes,
here, but
can I
was just
please
going on about the
see,
shot clock. I think there's been
the
a
break
technical
and the
problem
push?
with the shot clock, so we've
Everything from the breakout, please.
got a laptop or something like that.
Everything
And
from the
referees
push.
are doing the bit,
on,
looking
please.
in, but we're talking about playing out a turn, I believe.
Thank you.
And if anyone has played out a turn, that means ball in hand.
And the same player that broke.
Yeah. Play again.
Yeah. Right? So we're good to go with the call?
Almost an occupational hazard in this tournament, Carl, playing out
Right.
a turn. It happens
So it's
more
out
than
of
you
turn.
think.
Both agreed? You can forget the replay. We're good to go. Yep, we have an out of turn player. Okay, it's a ball in hand foul. Guys agree? Yes.
No, we didn't spot
Out of turn
that
player,
one
ball in
from
hand foul.
Bidwell. I need to wake up, throw a bit of water over my face.
So you broke and came back after the push to shoot.
Because I'm here. Because I think I'm there.
Yep.
Ah, so Daniels broke, and then he's
Start
played
the clock,
the next
please.
shot, so... Well, this could come back to haunt them, let me tell you.
Italy to break.
Yeah, I mean, joking aside, the good news for Italy is that it's not haunted them too bad. And they're going nicely here, they're playing some good stuff. And is this a 9? It is a 9! First golden break of this year's event. And it's the man who went out of turn, and why wouldn't it be?
That's extraordinary. It really is. It's the ultimate expression of pool karma. The 9 ball going into the middle pocket.
And I've just noticed the flashing 9 around the arena, Phil. It's all going on.
Well, that's one instance where you can't possibly play out a turn. If you knock in a ball on your break, that's it. Nudged by the 8. Found the target. Expressionless. And then the smile comes on the face. Fabio apologises, all the while thinking, yeah, give me 3 or 4 more.
8 balls causing Fabio some problems, so they're not out of the woods just yet. I think he's trying to find that gap in between the pocket and the 8. And he's lost the cue ball, and he's lost it by a long way. Well, he's faced with a horrible shot here. He's going to power this in and get the cue ball bouncing off the bottom rail and back out. Well, anywhere in the centre table you'd be delighted with. You can sense it, can't you, Phil? It's a big moment, this coming up.
Oh, what a shot that was. What a shot that was. Not just the pot, but the pace to get out with the cue ball. Brilliant.
Yeah, he played it nice. He played it rail first as well. Fabio's got to focus on the 8 ball. He's played that nice. Good pocket speed. Give the pocket a chance, and it has to be said. They've done well here. Big rack.
And one particularly great pot from Corriere, setting up a victory in rack 7.
Just got to watch the side pocket here, make sure you get through the cue ball. Yeah, he's done a good job here. He has played some wonderful shots. Even when it's not been his turn, he's played some wonderful shots.
Foul.
Well, the 7 ball spoilt the party, and basically that's ended the party for this rack.
Set the clock, foul.
Music's turned off, the Italian music that is. Now it's over to Spain.
Well, he's not going to risk getting in the gap, but just a shot on the 8 would be lovely. Great shot there from Francisco. Keeps the hopes alive. They've showed a lot of heart with these remaining few balls. This 9 ball to close the gap, and it keeps the heat on Italy.
Especially when you consider, Carl, that the Italians there had a golden chance to wrap it all up.
So he played it into the top, and he's missed it. And even though he's got the hook snooker, I think he can go rail first. I don't think, as long as he can see enough of the rail, this is a pretty easy shot. Well, he can't see enough of the rail, so he's got the jump cue. You said before he's a tall fella, so reaching this isn't going to be an issue. Of course, these guys
Attention, please.
very adept with the jump cue, and with the 2 ball being so close to the pocket, you know, you expect him to block this. It's just, can he get position on the next ball? The 7 ball has ruined the party again.
Remember the number.
And it's in a very similar position to where it was the last time. Try telling the Italians that 7's a lucky number at the moment.
7.
Oh wow, he's gone and fluked the ball. And I tell you what, it's come out smelling of roses. Maybe the 7 is their lucky number after all. Look at this. What do you do about that?
When they had the golden break, he was the first to apologise, wasn't he? But he didn't do it immediately there. I think he's just desperate to get over the line. And who can blame him?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say they needed a little bit of luck, because things were getting a little bit dicey out there.
I must say I've been very impressed with Daniel Corriere.
Yeah, both guys have played well. Even after playing out of turn where it could have gone wrong, They've had a few nice runs of the ball, and overall I think they've played very well. And it's a big win for Italy.
Forget Viva España. Instead, it's Mamma Mia. The Italians are through. The number 3 seeds go out. Italy prevail by 7 racks to 4.
This looks like it's going to work okay.
Watching Joshua over the years is quite funny because he gives us a wee laugh here and there. If things are going bad or good, you see him smiling around the table, and you never quite know what's going on in his head. But he smiles quite a lot. It's quite funny to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I remember playing Joshua on one of the Euro tours many years ago. I think he was only about 16, and drilled me off the table, and he was like laughing and joking. I just wanted to like slap him round the head, to be honest.
I'm sure. And I'm sure there's been a few more than you wanting that as well.
So it's a good start for Germany. 2 racks to 0.
Well, a little bit edgy. The cue ball control, a little bit. That one's okay, but the last one, when he got onto the 8, he left it a bit long. But this should be a little nice frame on the board for them.
Lithuania are off the board in this match. They're playing Pool James, Germany. They trail 2 racks to 1.
But I think he's left Joshua a shot on this 4 ball.
Well, he's jumping, so he's hooked his partner. What a shot there from the killer. Just fires the jump shot in like it's a hanger. I think the cue ball actually landed on the ball as well. The 9 ball's close to the side.
Germany,
and it's gone. Could see it bouncing off the rail. It's our second golden break of the event, and there you can see the flashing golden 9 balls in the distance in the arena. And you see it gets kissed, and it goes into the side pocket.
On this right side, and they were fully snookered.
Foul.
Yeah, he's caught the 6 on the way down.
Ball in hand.
Bit of drama now. It was all going Germany's way. They was looking good, but they've shown a few signs of weakness.
Start the clock, please.
And he's trying to pot it, send the cue ball round the table for the 7. Oh wow, Kelly, that was close, and yet again we see another ball rattle and stay in the jaws of the pocket.
Joshua's so good with the jump cue. He's never far away, but he couldn't have got any closer with that shot. Any other table, or you know, any other event, that might have dropped in. This table's playing quite tough, I must say. I've seen a lot of the rattles and staying over the pockets.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful here. Whenever the ball is over the pocket, it's never guaranteed position, but this will do. Lovely. Well judged. So the boys from Lithuania are are just a couple of balls away from really making this a match. So this 9-ball
Wins the racket.
pulls them one behind. They trail Germany 5-4.
Funny because the equipment, our equipment does change with the weather and, you know, the heat, cold, rainy, dry. So we do have all that that does actually change the condition of the table. But here we are.
So Germany get to the hill first.
Germany wins the racket.
It's 6-4. With the Joshua fella, and you've got all the experience in the world. It's always nice to just get that win out of the way.
I definitely say the very first match is always the toughest. Everybody just wants to get a win under the belt. And as we've seen so far in this tournament, there's been some surprising results. It can happen. But it looks like we've got Germany here taking the favourites and taking the win. 2 more balls to make that happen.
There's the famous yes from Joshua Filler as he hugs his partner Christoph Reichst. I'm sure Pia Filler is also delighted with her man and her team. Germany advance into the next round. It was a little bit scary at times.
Them. 1, 2. Hit it well. Judged it really well, actually. Cue ball lands in the middle of the table. Just rolling forward, getting under the 8. So Omar can just roll forward now or draw it. Yep, he's going to draw it to the same side of the 9. So both balls in the same pocket. And this looks like a comfortable little run out right out of the gate.
Indeed, a very encouraging start from Kuwait there. Al Shaheen and Al Awadi. We shouldn't be too surprised because, as Niels said, they've got a lot of experience, particularly Omar Al Shaheen.
I think Omar's going to play this a little bit to the middle of the table. Wow. Give Bader some room to work with. I think he can go side rail, side rail. Cue ball to the middle of the table would be ideal. He has a lot of room here. So let his stroke out a little bit. Low left here. Nicely struck. Couple of nice shots there from Bader. That should give him some confidence. And this for 2-1.
Being a seed in this tournament is no guarantee of success. We've seen it already. The seeds have tumbled, and maybe Team Poland could be another, because Kuwait right now lead 2-1 in the early stages.
Maybe cutting it in and making contact with the 8 and bringing it into play, and that will also stop the speed of the cue ball somewhat, but you have to be very fortunate. Luckily his name is Fortunsky. Overcut it, but look here, look here. Oh, almost made it on the rebound, but that was a golden opportunity going to waste, and they will really be feeling that one.
I'm looking forward to your story, Niels, but tell us at the end of the rack.
Yep. Nice little touch. Perfect speed. 2 stop shots and it's 3-1 for Kuwait. And that's gonna hurt for Poland.
I like what I'm seeing here from Team Kuwait. Just like that, it is 3 racks to 1 for the team representing the Middle East.
All out, he could bank this ball in the low left corner. If he wants to play a little more conservative, he can put a little bit of spin on it and send it 2 rails around that 4 ball and back down table. Use the 5-8-9 as blockers, going for that bank. Look at this. Oh my word. Double banked it in the corner. And that is a dagger in the heart for Team Poland. I'll tell you that. Missed it by half a diamond. Went for a positive aggressive shot. Slow roll this. Or play the 8 in the opposite corner. Oh man, you gotta have the nerves of a high diver with that one. And I don't think he got there all the way. He's got a shot. But he's got to go up and down the table, Phil. Still a little bit of suspense left.
Well, a dodgy back arm there, and that 7 could have easily missed the pocket. Now, can he make the journey here?
Cue ball, cue ball. Beautiful shot by Omar. Very well executed. That cue ball can get away from you so easily there, Phil. You can find a corner pocket or land on top of the 9. He hit it about as good as you can hit a ball with the bridge there.
How about this? What a scoreline. The seeded team, the Poles, are in deep, deep trouble. They trail Kuwait by 5 racks to 1.
Because I don't see a path for him to go up and down the table with that 9 ball, that green 6, the 8 ball. So maybe if you run into the 2, you can develop it. Oh, wow. That was a very nice touch. A little bit deceiving sometimes from our camera angle to see how thin or thick he actually has to hit it. But that was well struck. Safe. And what do you do here? Man, you know what it is? If you make a little bit of a thick contact on this 3, you're going to get a double hit. You have no clue where both balls are going to go. If you had it thin, you got to go all out to go short rail, bottom rail, and come all the way back behind the 7, 8. Try to make contact with the 9. Maybe try to even make it. But there's no time. Here we go. 1. Watch it double hit. Oh! And the 7 passes the 9 now. Oh boy. That was massive for Poland.
In these race to 7s, when you fire 3 down, you know that your next mistake could be final jeopardy.
Tester though for Omar. These boys have been sitting in the chair and he's letting the clock run down. Saw a lot of body movement on that one. Think it would have been wiser there to use the extension because it didn't get much table time, and that was a massive shot. And he's kind of left Bader in a tough position here. He has to make a power draw shot with a lot of spin to get to the opposite side of the table. I think that was a little bit careless with the time. If he left him an angle there on the 6.
Extension, please.
Now they're using the extension. You see the angle there, Phil. He's totally straight in. He's got to cook this with, I think, right spin. From this angle. Boom. There's the spin. Wow. Look at this. Zip. That was a massive shot. That's the shot of the match for me so far. That was massive.
Niels, you don't get paid extra for sound effects. What a great shot, though.
And the momentum has swung right back to Kuwait. 6-3 in the making. And breaking to close it out. Ooh. Phil. Whoosh.
There is definitely tension in both of these arms now. It is 6-3 to Kuwait. That means the Kuwaitis find themselves on the hill against Team Poland.
A little low left. And this is a high ball with a touch of right spin, bringing it back to the same side where the cue ball is now. Again, past the side pocket and give Omar a nice shot on the 9. And what an upset again. 7-3. Oh, wait a minute here, Phil.
He's okay.
Yep.
Bader Al-Awadi and Omar Al-Shaheen. Those two have put the Q in Q8. Fantastic stuff from the team representing the Middle East. The Poles came here as one of the fancy teams. They were the number 6 seed, but they were in the tournament, not anymore. Kuwait delighted to win by 7 racks to 3, and now they will provide the last 16 opposition for the mighty Germans. What a result!